Hello everyone, and welcome to my new video. Today we'll be touching upon the 7 money habits that keep you poor and how to fix
So,
them. Most people don't stay broke because they don't earn enough. They stay broke out of habits that have been cultivated for many, many years, either by their family or by themselves without realizing. So today I'm going to be touching upon 7 money habits that quietly hurt your balance, keep you poor, and exactly how to fix them. Hey, I'm Yanis, and this channel is all about building wealth, improving discipline, and making smarter financial decisions. If you fix even one of these habits, your finances can look very, very different within a year. So, with that said, let's jump right in. So, the first habit that a lot of people are having, spending first and saving later. Most people save what's left after spending, and this is the wrong way around. What you want to do is you want to save what's left. So what you need to do is you need to pay yourself first. You need to automate your savings. So this is a no-negotiable. Treat it like bills you have to pay every month. So for example, I have a standing order to an ISA account, which is the equivalent of a Roth IRA in the US. And this allows me to deposit money up to £20,000 a year. And any gain on that money is tax-free. So this is a really good habit to have every month. Now, habit number two, something that is very, very common nowadays, is lifestyle inflation. So you start to move up in your job, you're maybe in your mid 20s or late 20s or even early 30s, and you start earning more money, and the first thing that follows is lifestyle inflation. So that means a bigger paycheck just leads to, more expensive phone, more expensive car, more takeaways, more subscriptions, more dining out. So all of this is obviously going to hurt your pocket. And instead of having an overall raise and more money to take home, you actually end up in uh, basically earning the same amount of money. So what you want to do is you want to lock in your lifestyle, you want to save and invest the raises before upgrading your spending. And the richest people in the world all know that delaying gratification is the number one factor of achieving everything and anything in life. And this obviously applies to money as well. Now, habit number three is not having a clear financial goal. So, what is it that you want to use this money for? What is the purpose of saving this money and investing and letting it grow? So, well, the first thing you want to do is you create your emergency fund that should cover your expenses for 6 months at least. That's a non-negotiable for everyone. And then you can set more specific goals like your investment targets or, net worth milestones and things to achieve. So that's something that's very, very important and needs to be one of the habits that you put in place. Now, another habit is a lot of people avoid investing because it feels complicated. You know, at the end of the day, in 2025, internet, AI, everything is wildly accessible. So opening an account like the one I mentioned before, the ISA in the UK or the Roth IRA in the US, which is basically a tax-free account for up to 20,000 in the UK, is really, really, really simple nowadays. And then the next question is, what do I invest in? Well, the number one, I suppose, recommendation is to invest that people use is low-cost index funds, and what is recommended by most people. Of course, obviously, this is not investment advice. This is only what I do. So I just use simple funds, whether that be the FTSE All World or things like the S&P 500, which is quite popular and provides sort of wide array in terms of stock exposure. And having a consistent amount deposited every month is called dollar cost averaging, which is investing the same amount a month in an account at regular intervals over a certain period, regardless of the price. It's basically the philosophy of time in the market rather than timing the market, which is really, really, really difficult. And professionals, they get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars are even, you know, unable to overperform the market. And you need to have a long-term mindset in everything because everything requires patience in this case. Another thing that we touched upon before is not having an emergency fund. So I think this is a non-negotiable. I mean, obviously, if you're able to sort of cut expenses or find ways to have an emergency fund, that is so vital because it's like a big cushion when your car breaks down and you have one unexpected expense which can ruin your month, or you have to pay in a month and a half, um, and then that just sets you back and creates unnecessary stress for yourself and your family. Habit number 7 is not having a discipline system. So let's say you get paid and you're very motivated, um, and you say, "Oh, I will invest this month." But then after that, you see that the S&P 500 is actually quite slow, and it's not growing your money into millions like all these people are saying on the internet that, oh, well, if you invest, then your money will grow and you will become, millionaires, things like that. Obviously, this is not the case. This is not how it happens, but having a long-term plan, a consistent schedule of savings and investments and bill payments, all of that is going to help you um, set discipline and ensure that your investing actually survives the long term. So, one thing to remember from all of this is that money rewards consistency and not intensity. If invest 50 pounds or 20 pounds every day for a week, you're not going to beat someone that is investing 200 pounds over the course of a year, right? So if you fix even one habit of the above, I would say the most important would be to build your emergency fund, and then after that to invest every single um, every single dollar or pound that you earn. So this is the video for today. These are my basic tips. Please comment below for which habit hits you the hardest and which one do you think is the most important. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical finance and self-discipline strategies. In the next videos, we'll touch upon how to save £500 a month without cutting out all the fun. So if you don't want to miss it, subscribe, and it will be out in a couple of days. Thanks everyone for listening, and see you all in the next video.